you actually work on your own and your ideas, you throw it out to other people, but you alone have to analyze and synthesize whatever comes back. Working on this project showed me a completely different way, because I was doing it in collaboration with Monique Charles, another writer, who had a very different approach in how she wrote. And so we just decided, okay, neither of us were going to become, when we discussed, we said, do we each write something and then send it to each other, and then we try and synthesize it, or do we write it together? And we decided to write it together. And so from day one, it became this process of back and forth, and it was a real process, because the back and forth was in terms of the ideas bouncing between dancehall and grime, but also at the time I was in Jamaica, she was here in the UK, having to work out the different time differences in order to be able to work together at the same time, using, I think we used Google as a platform to be able to write, so that we could write in real time and be able to change. So that was a unique experience that, in a sense, gave me the broader sense of the project that we were part of, because we were sitting within a project that had so many other authors as well. And so I kind of understood, or in Jamaica we say, overstand what Brother Kenny was going through, because he's the one whose lap all the different manuscripts were arriving in, and he's the one that had to synthesize and bring it all together to let it make sense. And so the process of working with Monique actually gave me a sense of what the whole project represented, and how the different individuals within the project were working and creating their own work, but also mindful that they were part of something much bigger. So I thank you for that experience, and it's an experience that taught Monique and myself how well we kind of worked together, and how we synthesized, and we had no problems, no arguments, no nothing. And although both of us are very close to the areas that we were talking about, we were able to share ideas and find the meeting grounds, and look at really how we reconnect back to the African continent, because both of us are part of the diaspora. And in a sense, both of us are part of the diaspora twice removed, in that we were born in the UK here. Our parents are coming from the Caribbean, and our forefathers and foremothers, our forebears came from Africa. But then also, being here in the UK, we then had the access and the reconnection directly back to Africa with our brothers and sisters. And so that's what this process kind of sparked for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you to one and all. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for making time to come. Thank you to the contributors here present.